Good day, lovely people. I respond to the name Okra Samson Young, student of University of Education, Winneba, a level 200 student of History Department. To talk about today's topic, women's political power in pre-colonial Africa, subtopic, case study of female leaders. At the end of this discussion or this talk, I would like to urge each and everyone to know how the political structure of pre-colonial Africa was being structured and governance in pre-colonial Africa, and also the matrilineal societies and female leadership. Without wasting much time, the role of women in pre-colonial African societies has often been overlooked or diminished in historical narratives. Yet, women play vital roles in governance, diplomacy, warfare, and social organization. Unlike many Western societies where political powers was largely monopolized by men, several African societies recognize and institutionalize that female leadership. This essay, or the political structure of pre-colonial Africa, and examines the influence of three prominent female leaders, that's Queen Nzinga of Indongo and Matamba, Ya Asantewa of the Ashanti Empire, and Morimi Ajasoro of the Yoruba people. Their legacy challenged the notion that African political leadership was exclusively patriarchal and illustrates the dynamic ways in which women exercise power in different historical contexts. So now, talking about the political structure of pre-colonial Africa, or how political structures was formed in the pre-colonial Africa. We can say that pre-colonial African societies were diverse of centralized monarchies, decentralized tribal structures, and religiously governed societies or states. While the political system varied, many recognized and empowered women beyond domestic rules, allowing them to influence governance, military strategy, and spiritual leadership. Again, we can talk about governance in pre-colonial Africa. Pre-colonial Africa was home to complex political organizations, including kingdoms, empires, city-states, and tribal confederations. Some of the most prominent centralized states include the Kingdom of Kush, the Ashanti Empire, and the Kingdom of Dahomey, all of which had political structures that allow women to wield considerable influence. So now we can see that in the Ashanti Empire, or if we heard about the Ashanti Empire, what comes into mind? In the Ashanti Empire, or the Akan's lane, the Queen Mother played a pivotal role in governance, serving as a key advisor to the king, or often having the authority to appoint and remove rulers. Similarly, in matrilineal societies such as the Akan, to be precise, political succession was traced through the mother's line, ensuring that women in royal families had significant power. The Kingdom of Dahomey further institutionalized female leadership through the Mino Dahomey, that's the Dahomey Amazons, an elite corps of female warriors who played central roles in both governance and military campaigns. In more decentralized societies, such as the Igbo of southeastern Nigeria, women also play crucial roles in governance. Female council and market women's association influence decision making and ensures that women's voices were heard in community affairs. Again, matrilineal societies and female leadership. Matrilineal societies such as the Akan and the Imbundu of the Angola provided structures that enables women to wield power in governance, economics, and political and military affairs. In the Ashanti Kingdom, for example, the Ohima was responsible for selecting the king and advising him on crucial matters of state. Her influence extended to military and diplomatic affairs, showcasing how matrilineal governance granted women a significant role in political decision making. Similarly, the Kingdom of Dahomey operated within a system where women, such as the Mindo warriors, had direct political military influence. The matrilineal inheritance patterns in these societies allow for greater female autonomy, ensuring that women were not merely symbolic figures but active participants in governance. Now we will look at the case studies of female leadership, of case studies of female leaders. Queen Nzinga, from the period of 1583 to 1663 of the Kingdom of Ndungu and Matamba, that's the modern day Angola, is one of the most renowned female rulers in African history. She was a formidable strategist, diplomat, and military leader who resisted Portuguese colonization for several decades. Nzinga rose to power in the early 17th century when Portuguese forces threatened her people's sovereignty. She intentionally engaged in diplomacy, negotiating peace treaties with the Portuguese, but later took up arms when she realized their intentions were not in good faith. Nzinga's leadership was characterized by her ability to adapt and autonomy or her enemies. She established alliance with other African rulers and the Dutch, using diplomacy and military strategy to maintain her kingdom independent. She defied traditional gender roles by leading her troops in battle and ruling as a warrior king. Her legacy continues to inspire African resistance movements and feminist discourse as she embodies the reliance and strategic brilliance of African women's leaders. As we all know, or as we all grew up, we heard about Yaa Asantewaa, the queen mother of Ejisu in the Ashanti Empire. The Ashanti Empire was one of the most powerful states in West Africa, known for its military strength and resistance of British colonial rule. By the late 19th century, the British sought to assert control over the Gold Coast, leading to conflict with the Ashanti. In 1896, the British exiled the Ashanti king, Prempeh I, weakening the traditional leadership. The crisis escalated in 1900 when Governor Frederick Hansen demanded the surrender of the golden stool, the sacred symbol of Ashanti unity. This demand was met with outrage, and Yaa Asantewaa, the queen mother of Ejisu, emerged as the leader of the resistance. Yaa Asantewaa rise to leadership. Yaa Asantewaa played a crucial or a vital role in defending Ashanti sovereignty. She delivered an impassioned speech that rallied the Ashanti people, declaring that if the men would not fight, the women would fight. She led the War of the Golden Stool in the year 1900 to 1901, organizing a resisting women movement against British forces. We also talk about one of the most famous and selfless Queen Mother, Morimi Ajasoro of the Yoruba people. Morimi Ajasoro, a legendary figure in Yoruba history. He is celebrated for her strategic intelligence and sacrifice in defending from external threats. Morimi allowed herself to be captured by the Ugbo, gaining their trust and learning their military strategies. She discovered that their warriors were feared, disguised, and used fire to expose them during battle, leading to their victory. Before her mission, Morimi swore an oath to the Erin River deity, promising a great sacrifice upon her return. The deity demanded her son, whom she sacrificed, cementing her legacy as a national hero. Legacy of Morimi Ajasoro. Morimi is honored through annual festival, statues, and Yoruba traditions, symbolizing female bravery and leadership. In conclusion, the case studies of Queen Nzinga, Yaa Asantewaa, and Morimi Ajasoro illustrate that women held significant political power in pre-colonial African societies. They were rulers, warriors, and strategists who shaped their societies and resisted oppression. Their legacies continue to inspire discussion on gender and leadership, challenging conventional narratives of African history today. Thank you all.